Welcome to an all-new episode of Entrepreneur Conversation series on EntreJean, a platform for all the entrepreneurs out there looking for a community to share the journey's highs and lows. EntreJean encourages entrepreneurs to talk about their mental struggle, resilience, and help each other learn and grow from them. Today we have with us Govind Bansal. Govind is a graduate from Symbiosis Institute, Pune, and has acquired his post-graduation in Management, Marketing and Technology Management from Indian School of Business. In his initial years, he was the co-founder and CEO of Aqua Mobiles. He was also the director at April Global Solution Private Limited. Along with this, he is also the co-founder and head product of Clipwiser Technologies. He has worked his way up at Flipkart and Supercoin and now is the associate director at the same. Welcome, Govind. Thank you for joining us today in this talk about mental health and associated stigmas around it.
Thank you so much, Shelby.
You have always been a serial entrepreneur, but one of the characteristic milestone in your journey seemed to be your shift in being the director of Flipkart. Why the transition? Would you ever go back to being a full-time entrepreneur?
Let's talk about the transition, right? Because to be honest with you, it was never well planned, right? It was just like a series of events coming together. So one of the philosophies I have in life, Shelby, is to not have any regrets in life. Right. I mean, I think you can do a lot of things, right? But what you can't do is go back to your past and try and change something. And when I mentioned that I wanted to, I wanted to do an MBA earlier. So somewhere at the back of my mind, there was always, this thought: what would my life have been? What would my career have been, right? If I would have gone through that MBA. So there's always there, it was in the back of my mind, let's maybe sometime in future I should take up an MBA. And while I was doing that, I mean, my wife pushed me, what, if you had that desire, why don't you at least try it? I like, you know what, I'm so already very involved in my business. How do I do that? So it's like, why don't you give a GMAT and see how it works? And after GMAT, why don't you apply for admissions and then see how it works? And then finally, I think it came to a point where the admission was secured and everything was done. And we said, it's just about a year. Why don't I go and check it out how it works, right? So again, I think this was the second big leap of faith that I took, and I entered the Indian School of Business. And throughout that time, I think, coming from a very different background, I got exposed to a lot of people, understood what's there, what are the other things that's happening in the world. Also got to know about myself a lot better. Right. And again, the other, again, not having regrets and opening your door, keeping your doors open was, why don't sit for placement and see how it works, right? And so at the same time, so like, let me secure an offer and we'll think about it later. So yeah, I think it was just that, and I got an offer from Flipkart over there, and I think once I stepped in, I think 6 months into it, I understood that this is what I really like, right? And I think this is where a lot of potential of mine is getting unlocked and learning a lot. And this is what I want to do for the next few years. So that's what would be in terms of the transition. So again, not well planned, but yeah, things fell into place fortunately. As far as going back into entrepreneurship, I think that's definitely alluring, shall we, right? So I think it's yeah, I love what I'm doing right now, but at the same time, I think having something of your own and getting that sort of energy and drive, I don't think you get that in a corporate job, right? I think it's a different drug altogether. Yeah, if the right opportunity comes, I don't want to do it for the sake of it. If the right opportunity comes, I would definitely, that's where I see myself maybe in the next few years.
Never have any regrets. It's surely a mantra that every entrepreneur out there should, not only entrepreneurs, everybody should follow it. So, have there been times in your journey when you feel anxious, withdrawn, or pressured and panicked, and how did you deal with it?
Yeah, I think yeah, I think this everybody's life, right, is filled with challenges. And if I speak on myself professionally, I think in the entrepreneurial journey, since there's so much riding on you, right, because the buck stops at you at the end of the day. So there have been testing times, shall we, right? Like I can think of two instances immediately come in my mind. One was when I was facing this spate of losses, right? One or the other thing didn't work out, and there was this big period where we're facing a lot of losses in the business. And the other one was a trademark dispute I was having with a competitor of mine, which is going back and forth. So yeah, I think these were fairly testing times for me. And as far as about dealing with it is like. Uh, I think the analogy that I can draw, right, is like when you're a kid, right, you see that, a lot of different things happen and a lot of challenges come, and you see how your parents or your grandparents really deal with it, right? Because they know that they cannot basically, pass the buck to someone else or somebody else to take care of, right? So when you're an entrepreneur, I think finally you know that you have to deal with it, right? There are a lot of families which are depending on you. There are a lot of your own family. You as you age, you're also taking a lot of the responsibilities, right? Financial responsibility. Then there's um, your own career progression and your own dreams as well. So I think having that sense of responsibility and saying that you have to act maturely, right? Things will pass. I think I think at least in retrospect, I can sit and think, right? I don't think there's anything big enough in life which does not pass, right? So having that sort of positive attitude, things will pass, and what we need to deal with right now is the solution part of it and not overdwell on the problem. I think that's been the spirit I've taken through most of my things, and that's what helped me so far.
कभी ऐसा हुआ आपकी आपका जो प्रोफेशनल स्ट्रेस है दैट हैज स्टीप्ड इनटू योर प्राइवेट लाइफ या आपके रिलेशंस में स्ट्रेस ला रहा है विद योर फैमिली और इवन विद योर एम्प्लॉयर्स?
होता है शैलवी, राइट? आई थिंक आप जितना मच्योर बनने की कोशिश करो या फिर जितना आप सोचो कि मतलब मैं स्ट्रांग हूँ, राइट, आई थिंक फाइनली वी आर इमोशनल बीइंग्स, राइट? सो कुछ भी अगर इम्पैक्ट होता है, चाहे आप कोशिश करो कि आप दिखाओ या नहीं दिखाओ, आई थिंक इट शोज, right? So I mean, when things are going well, you're that jolly individual who is probably the life of the party, and when things are not working out, you're getting agitated at a drop of a hat, right? So I think those things do show, and if you don't have people who are able to understand that this is probably not who he is, this is what is circumstantial, right? I think having that sort of mature beings around you helps, right? But at the same time, you can't take it for granted, right? So yeah, it's there. It's been there when probably you'll pick up fights which you probably didn't even care about a lot, on matters that you didn't care about a lot. But yeah, fortunately, it's never been very severe, and we've been able to sail through most of them. So yeah.
That's great to hear. So what are some of your self-care routines which you follow to maintain your mental health?
Yeah, I don't think I'm a very planned person that way, shall we? Right, to be honest with you. And yeah, I also, I don't think I should preach about something that I don't do myself, right? I could talk about take care of your health and do this and do that, but I think positivity is underrated. So I think trying to see the right positive things in everything that you do, right? Whether it is in the work that comes along your way, or whether it's in people, right? So I think, like for example, for me, right, whenever I meet a new person or there's a new colleague who's comes in, there are always some parts of it which you probably do not like or do not feel comfortable with, right? But the conversations I always have with my colleagues or with everyone else is, you know what, I learned, I think this person is so amazing at this part, and I'm learning so much from him or her about this, right? And trying to find positivity in everything. I think that will that attitude, whether it's in people or whether it's in a situation that you are in, or whether, like, just to give you an example, right? It's like pandemic has been stressful for all of us, right? But I think if I look back into the last 2 years, so I had a baby girl in this during this pandemic, right? And being able to spend so much time with her, I think that's my highlight, right? So I can sit and keep cribbing about all the other things that I have, but I think that if I like honestly think about it, that's a pure highlight, right? So yeah, I shouldn't say, but I think this whole lockdown and all has been fairly amazing for me, right? So I don't think I would have got that otherwise. So I think positivity is what one can keep talking about, inculcate in their lives, and yeah, can't stress enough.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. कोई ऐसी advice या tip that you would like to give all the entrepreneurs out there, established or the budding, to maintain their work-life balance, their mental health, and build up their mental as well as physical strength to face all the challenges?
I don't know if I'm really qualified to give a lot of advice to people out there, because I think anyone who is doing things on their own, I am sure they're superstars themselves, right? Yeah, I think being close to your family, right? I think that's important. I think being able to, I think family, at least for me, has been those set of people who are completely unconditional in their love and support, right? Whether you don't even talk to them for maybe even for a year or two, right? But if you need the help, they're just there, right? So having that support system around, right, and reciprocating it, I think it's important. At the same time, in terms of so I think one thing what happens with entrepreneurs is they because you're so obsessed with this, right? Because that's your life, your business and your personal life is pretty much the same, right? So even your personal finances and your business finances are pretty much the same. So everything is so intertwined together. It's very difficult to separate the two, right? So hence what happens in your business is probably what happens in your personal life as well. If possible, wherever possible, trying to have that sort of distinction, right, and trying to keep them a little bit separate, right, is important. Whether that is through a separate source of income, and that's happening, or whether that is about doing or being emotionally impacted by things other than work, right? So when people say they should have a hobby, there should be other things you should care about. I think all those things are important. So you can basically financially and emotionally be able to be detached from your business as much as possible. It's easier said than done because the fire and the drive is very different. But yeah, if possible, I think as your business grows, I think you should spend time in being able to also detach yourself and not get too obsessed with it.
Definitely learn where to draw the line.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Govind. We are extremely grateful to you, and we hope this interview helps all our young and established audience out there with their daily struggles, and they give importance to their mental health and encourage them to open up about themselves.
Thank you so much for having me, Shelby. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Same here. With this, we have come to an end of this episode. Do like, share, and hit the subscribe button down below for further updates.